I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad, Miss Wikiana.
What's up, y'all? It's Tasha. I don't normally do this, but since everybody want to speak on it, and I ain't spoke on it, let's speak on it.
So, people have been, making jokes about my voice, which is whatever. I don't really care. But Tasha actually made a joke about my voice in her video.
That the blow to my chest would come directly from you. He'll come. He'll come.
And her speak on it.
But they needed you to sing on her song on the Xscape album.
No. Just Kicking It, as you know, was our first single. I'm singing lead on. Pumping, it's a long song 3. I'm singing lead on. But I'm just saying, I'm singing lead on there. Understanding, we all sing a lead on. With You,
Now let's be clear. I never said that she didn't sing lead. I said she had an issue with me singing lead.
So this is the part that is like really corny of her to me. You are trying to clown a person's voice whose voice is leading on half the hits that is your claim to fame.
Did she forget that I was in the studio at Jermaine's house and I come out and I hear all this crying? I come out in the room and I said, what's going on? She's standing outside with Jermaine. He's looking vexed and she's looking crazy with tears in her eyes like, oh, hey, Tasha. I'm like, what's going on here? As I look at him, I'm like, something's wrong. And I need to find out what it is. And when I found out, yeah, she was upset about me singing lead.
And then on top of that, yeah, people been clowning me, but lately they've been clowning you too for singing them same tide runs you've been singing since 1993.
Now let's talk about old Rock on the Block.
When you do
what
stuff,
I do wrong?
when you
I
stole
have not
my
been
money, Mama didn't say nothing.
Girl, ain't nobody steal your
When
money.
you and Rocky stole my money, Mama didn't say nothing.
Let's talk about you stealing money from me, and I forgave you. I would have never brought it up. That was years ago. I never brought it up. I never got paid back. I had to pay taxes on it, and I hid it from my husband. So guess what? My husband knows now. So he's sitting, he probably like, dang, I can't even trust you. So your sister them stole.
You think that was fair?
Ain't nobody steal your money, girl.
Y'all didn't steal my money.
Girl, you ain't got nobody to steal.
Y'all didn't steal my
Tanisha,
money.
you ain't got
Tanisha
nobody to steal.
my best friend was about to
Girl.
lock you up. And I told her, don't do it. I gave her all the evidence.
Oh, wow, mama.
You stole my money.
Never got the money back and had to pay taxes on the money. The only thing my mama said was, you don't know what she was going through at that time. That's what she said to me. And you know what, I forgave
And you
my
were
sister.
pregnant.
And I was pregnant.
By the way.
I was pregnant.
With our money.
I was pregnant with our money when this happened. And this beautiful thing was in college.
Yeah.
So we was paying out of pocket for her college. You don't think I could have used that money? But it got swept under the rug. Just like everything that my sister does gets swept under the rug.
Now moving along. Since it wasn't clear, let's talk about this $30,000 lie. Now keep in mind, I learned it was $30,000 when I watched it with y'all.
This, the show, like we said, kicked off with a bang. Mm-hmm. A major storyline for this season is the issues that you're having with your fourth group member, Latocha, mm-hmm. your sister, Tamika. And really the issues that were, I guess, a result of the conversation that you were actually trying to have with your mom and your sister. It was supposed to be a really coming together moment because you and your sister hadn't spoken.
Right.
And so that kind of blew up and escalated. In that moment, going back to that, was it a moment where you were just like, you know what, I just got to say this, I got to get it off my chest? Or did you even think about it? Like, did it just come out?
Girl, before I even went to film, I was in a car and I said, okay, I'm going to put on my imaginary What Would Jesus Do bracelet. And during the filming, I kept looking down at my arm like, okay, what would Jesus do? And then I started rocking, and it's like I was looking at my arm, also the thing slipped off my arm, the imaginary thing slipped off. And when I felt attacked, it was just lies. Like when I walked in, my sister she did not want to work that out. I walked into, oh, you think you're better than everybody else. You don't know how to treat people. It was like, and I'm sitting here like, this is our first conversation. Yeah. And you doing this in front of the cameras? Like, we supposed to be making up right now. So, and I even brought my daughter. A lot of people's like, why she bring her daughter? I brought my daughter because I was like, if they see my daughter, they're like, oh, this is my niece. You know what I'm saying? Let's be a big family. But honey, it was like she was sitting there, but she wasn't. Like they just totally just ignored her sitting there. So I just felt like I was being beaten up on. And it was just lies. And I was like, okay, I know how to shut you up with the truth.
Tell me what is really going on between you, me, and Tasha.
And for those who don't know, it's a lot of layers to it. I'll try to give a brief overview of kind of what's going on. Kandi, you did a great job of kind of breaking it down on speak on it. But I believe it was, Tiny, was it your mom who found out about Sound Exchange?
Yes.
Okay, so years ago, Tiny's mom found out about Sound Exchange, which is kind of like a union that gives artists.
It's similar to a union. I don't know, it might be a union, but for artists. So basically, whereas a lot of songwriter unions collect royalties for us as songwriters, you know how always people hear like airplay royalties, only the songwriters get paid.
Right.
So when Sound Exchange started in the early 2000s, they basically collected a performance royalty for artists from, songs playing on the radio. And
performance, like if you sing your song,
the performance
royalty, you
royalty
get paid for that.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of us, it's a lot of people who still don't know about Sound Exchange, and they have collected royalties. So by the time we found out about it, they had already collected some money. So it was a nice piece of change that each person was supposed to receive, I guess. I didn't know about it either. Like Tiny's mom signed me up.
Tiny's mom signed all of us up.
That's what I was going to ask you. So she signed all of you up. So Kandi and Tiny, you guys got your checks. Tamika, you were not receiving a check.
It was like a couple of years later, and she called. She's like, baby, Tiny just got a nice little check, baby. Did you get your check, baby? I said, what check? She said, baby, the check I signed you up a few years ago. I said, I haven't seen the check.
Yeah.
So I didn't know. So she's like, I'm going to get on the phone. Let me find out where your money. So once she did her investigation, they was like my address had been changed. She put my address in. At the time, I was living in New York. So she put my New York, it was changed to my mom and my sister's address. My sister was living with my mom at that time.
Okay. And so you still really don't know how the address got changed.
No.
So
I mean, I know, but I didn't do it. Miss Diane didn't do it.
Yeah. And so allegedly, according to you, Tamika, the checks were going. I'm pulling a Kandi. Allegedly.
Allegedly, you got me here.
She got on the phone with the guy who basically at the time was running, I guess, that department, and he basically gave her the address where her checks had been going, and he also told her these checks are being cashed. So she was like, being cashed, and then she wanted to see the checks, and they sent
the copies of the checks. On the back of the check was a fake handwriting that said my name and my sister's husband's name. It was cash in his account.
Wow.
So I like endorsed.
Yeah. Back then, I don't know if they can still do it now.
Yeah.
But 9 years ago, you could do that.
So yeah, a lot of people, I guess that helps to explain. I know a lot of people was like, how could somebody get your check? Or how could you not know you had a check come in? I didn't know I had one either. It just came out of the blue. Same call she got. I got two from Diane, like, oh, did you get your check? And I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't know it was coming either. So it can happen, like for people who questioned how.
Yeah, it can happen. Yeah, because I'm names
and
on the back
then
of
you
that
say
check.
that it was like a fake email.
Yeah, see, when we do business,
this is deep.
When we do business, it's times where we have to send over not fax over, but scan like our passports or so we have on emails all of our information, our social security. All of us are privy to that. And one of the items that was used was my passport. So when they sent me the picture of the passport, I looked at my passport. I had not signed my passport, but the same passport was signed, which was a piece of paper that somebody forged my name that was sent to them to be me. And then and they went as far as putting Tamika Scott something at Gmail and was they were communicating with them through a fake Tamika Scott Gmail account.
There are so many layers to this.
There's a lot of layers.
And
it's all true. There's no lie. There ain't no lying in it.
So your sister Latocha, I know she's saying obviously that it's not true. She didn't have your check. Is she offering you any kind of explanation about what might have happened since she's saying she didn't get it?
No. When it happened, the year it happened, she was quiet. She didn't say that. She was sitting there looking crazy. And my mom was mad at me.
At the time, it was just me and my sister. We were Xscape.
Xscape was not performing.
Yeah, that was when Kandi didn't want to do it. So Tiny didn't want to do it. It was something about Jermaine not mentioning us in his interviews or whatever. So hold up. Let me get this straight. This was supposed to happen before we filmed Still Kicking It. We made a lot of money. Then we went on to do the Great Xscape tour, and we made millions. I mean, we made more than $30,000 a night apiece. At this time, Kandi had told Tiny she wasn't going to throw the Scott sisters another bone, so that's why we had to change the name from Xscape to Xscape 3. And I don't even know why we changed our name from Xscape to Xscape 3, because she said it, I guess. But she don't own the name, so it's all confusing to me. But that's for a later date. So now we're Xscape 3, because Kandi gives us her butt to kiss. And then Rocky brings more shows, we make more money. And I still ain't heard about no $30,000.
So the $30,000, what went on with that? Because that's really what I want to sit down and talk to you about.
Yeah, and you finna see that. Like, the sisters are together. No, Tasha ain't never take no. Man, I can't wait to sit down with you. And Tamika gonna tell it. You know, she gonna, ooh, Tasha, this the biggest plot from, since you said somebody didn't have nothing to do with it. You're wrong, Tasha K. You're wrong. I'm gonna show you. But this is federal with that dumb chick. But connect the dots. It's only so much. Connect the dots. It's dots that can be connected, and I'm gonna steer you in the right direction. No, but to answer your question, no. Nah, Tasha didn't take $30,000. How can I deposit $30,000 into it? I can't even put my wife check in my account. First of all, you know, so that's baffling. But no, she didn't. And you know, I'll give her the opportunity to explain that the way she had to explain it. But it's no money was taken. And if the truth is, they were paying Tamika Tasha's money. See, but that's a family thing, and I'm not trying to break that wall. But neither one. I mean, the royalty people didn't know. They mixed the sisters up, and they didn't know. You know, but Tamika knew. You know, she knew Tasha wrote everything. She knew Tasha, Thug Holiday, all that. So she knew they was giving her Tasha money. And you know, when y'all saw that editing, man, that scene was chopped and screwed, because Tasha and them was looking like, what are you talking about, Tamika? Don't do this. But it's even more deeper than that, Tasha. And I'll tell you that, you know, I had to tell you where we at on this promotion, so you might have to fly out and just really sit down, because I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't do all that.
This is crazy. Yesterday was, a lack of better words, is way, way out of control.
But let me ask you a question. Why my name come up?
What do I do wrong? When you stole my money, Mama didn't say nothing.
Girl, nobody steal your money.
When you and Rocky stole my money, Mama didn't say nothing.
Listen, you can outlive a lie any day. I don't give the enemy that much energy. You know what I'm saying? When the truth is the truth, you don't even have to defend it. It defends itself. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, and which is why I call you the truth, because you ain't even got to defend it.
And I'm just tired of it.
And then it went to my sister and her husband. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I felt, when I saw it, that he made a threat. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm just tripping. But then I saw a lot of DMs. They was like, did he just threaten you? Like, what are the consequences? How are you going to threaten me for the truth? That is crazy. Like, you know, y'all stole from me. And I said I was going to stop talking about it, but don't make it seem like I'm crazy.
Keep in mind, Rocky and I have been together for 28 years. I mean, we've had highs and lows.
Hey, Rocky, how you doing?
What's up, Mama?
What's up with you? I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm waking up. My people waking me up saying I got some humor today. You know, some real good humor. You all right?
I'm good. I'm just exhausted. I've been up for 24 hours, and so we was with Unique pretty much all night. And
oh yeah. Hey, listen. I hope she you know, well, you know, I rock with you whether you know it or not. You know, we never met, but I've always rocked with you because I just felt like you always said the right things to make me stay in the shadows and be like, even with the Rob stuff, I'm like, oh, okay. She do enough research to know what it is. So much respect to what you do and how you deal with it.
Thank
but let's
you.
get into to the what's going on.
All right. Well, you got to tell me because, you know, I went through almost 5 years worth of text messages between y'all.
Between me and what's the girl?
Unique.
Tijuana?
Yes, Tijuana, yes.
From text messages from where? From my phone?
Yes. Rocky, listen, she ain't the... And here's the thing. There's another girl. There's 2 more women that came forward. And apparently you sent the same pictures to them. And so Unique has those pictures as well, too. But they don't know each other. She don't know about them. They don't know about her. But here's the thing. Like the messages that we have, like the screen record of the messages that we have between you and her is about 7 minutes long, and I'm scrolling fast. I'm just scrolling fast. I'm stopping at cash apps that you're giving her, telling her that your wife's birthday is today, telling her that you love her. It's a lot, Rocky. It's a lot. And she even said that you know, you deleted all the messages from your phone, but then tried to delete them from her phone, and she knew. And that's why she wouldn't give you her phone. But everything that she said, she backed up with receipts, with your name on flight tickets, screenshots, pictures of your penis. It's a lot, Rocky.
Now, Tasha, let me tell you something. I mean, because you don't know me, so this is, now you're getting to know me, so you can know, like, damn, Rock, I can see why you never was talked about in the R. Kelly scandal. I can see why this is the first time we ever heard about any of whatever infidelity or whatever people want to call it, whatever. Without saying too much, because there's a real legal issue going on with that lady that I'm not even, this conversation with me and you ain't even happening because you're not even in this. So this is just me reaching out to you because I was reaching out to you about something else. You know, when you hit me, I was talking to you about the whole Xscape stuff. This right here.
That's what I was talking to you about. Yeah. So we had somebody.
This right here is nothing. When I tell you, when I say nothing, you're gonna be like, I'm so glad I ain't getting that because that man and that situation with the feds, all that. You talking about phones, I can't say but so much, but it's not my fault. You know, it's not my phone. I'm not gonna say much because what you seeing and those pictures of the other girl, all that's gonna come out. Like that's bigger than it's really nothing. But you know, I was 10 times smarter when the girl first did what she did. Like, oh, okay. So we've been, like, that girl moved over by my house being obsessed. I've been had the feds on this. Me and Tasha been on this times 2. We cool on that. Them pictures that came from, that somebody tapped into, you know, that's a whole case, just so you know.
He's not perfect. I'm not perfect. We're still work in progress, you know, so. But when I said my vows, I meant that. So y'all pray for me. Like I said, this thing ain't been easy. Since day 1, it's been attack on Tasha. I love y'all. I just want y'all to love me back. That's all.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.